Deidre DeGier says she wants to be a governor for all Iowans. So we asked, well, what does she think the difference really is between rural life versus urban?
Geography. That's the fundamental difference. When I go to these communities, they want to see their economies thrive. They want stronger jobs. They want access to housing. They want to see a strong public education system in the same ways that our urban and suburban Iowans do. This is not an election cycle, ironically, that's really about the R behind our name or the D behind our name. This is one of those election cycles where it's really about the I behind our name, and that I doesn't stand for independence, that I stands for Iowans. No matter where I go, the same issues are prevailing. Mental health care, child care, water quality, and in real life. Our rural Iowans want clean water. You know, despite what some others might say, I mean, these are the types of conversations that we're having. And so what I'm seeing is that we have shared struggles, we have shared challenges, and we also have a shared vision for the state. And a lot of that vision is based on what we've been able to accomplish as Iowans previously, and seeing that we're taking steps back now. We're in the same boat, honestly. And some people see it now. And some people will see it sooner rather than later, but you know, we'll be at events and I'll talk about the fact that Democrats have to be prepared to invite independents and Republicans into what we're doing, because this is about all of us now. And a Republican will come and tap me on the shoulder after the event and say, "I'm a Republican. Thank you for coming." You know, an independent. I've gotten a constitutionalist at an event before. This is not about party at this point in time.
Tom Vilsack has said repeatedly that challenge Democrats have is explaining the purpose of government when you go to these smaller communities, because people can initially say, government's bad, we don't want big government, get government out of the way. And he's saying that he wants to see people do a better job of explaining this is what government does for you. So to accept the former governor's challenge, how do you say that to somebody who may be leery of government?
So the first point that I take into consideration is hearing them and seeing them for who they are. Because in so many of our communities, rural, urban, suburban, across the state, they feel unheard, they feel unseen, they feel alone. And the moment in which you take the time to take a walk in their shoes, understand their challenges, maybe you can give them some quick fixes, some quick direction to help them navigate in their community. But overall, some of these things can happen at a systemic level, statewide. And so honestly, that's the first step, hearing them. And after I hear them, it's not a whole lot of explanation that can happen, right? Because we're fighting for that common ground in that conversation. I'm trying to make the connections with them, they're trying to make the connections with me. And it's that conversation that's the explanation. Because government should be there for the people and meet them where they are. You cannot do that if you're not connected to people. And it might be poetry, but from my vantage point, as Tom Vilsack is explaining, this idea of explaining government, we can do it by merely being present.
Okay, so for people listening to the ideas, then they may think, well, you want bigger government, you want more government. And that might be a turnoff. Is that fair or unfair?
You know, I don't know where they would get bigger or more out of that. What I intend to do is create pathways so that individuals can pursue life, liberty, and happiness. They don't want that pathway, that's their prerogative. But if somebody wants a sustainable wage-paying job where they can buy a home and provide for their families, the pathway will be there for them to work at it and head towards a trajectory that's going to be good for them.
Okay, I appreciate this next one. It's very hypothetical, but you were a young woman when you moved here. College hooked you.
It hooked.
Once you came here, right, and you decided to stay. Based on things that are happening in our state right now, if you were graduating from Drake right now, would you have stayed or would you be leaving?
So the point in time I was graduating from Drake, it was during the recession. So that was a time that's very similar to now. There was a great deal of uncertainty, and that moved me to stay. I token myself as being a problem solver. I don't. And
you had no family at all here, right?
No family, no family. Kind of had a love interest in my husband. I later ended up marrying him, but needless to say, I didn't walk away from this state because I saw the potential, because I knew what the state did for me. But to that same effect, I know students, and I've talked to students who are graduating from our high schools vowing never to come back to the state. And I want to give them reason to stay. I want them to live in a state that they can be proud of. When we think about the folks who have come before us, the Bob Rays and the Vilsacks and all of these incredible governors who've led our state, I want to pay it forward because of the things that they were able to accomplish. I know that what the problems that we have right now that we're dealing with, we can overcome them because they've done it before. You know, there are no new problems under the sun. We just need leadership that's refreshed and open to resolving the problem. So we're not backing down. We're not walking away. We stay in it.
So you think you would stay right now?
I would have stayed because I would say the recession was a lot more challenging than where we are right now. I didn't know if I was going to have a job. You know, I didn't know if I had an apartment. I didn't know if I was going to be able to afford the rent. You know, but I stayed. I stayed because I was committed. And it was hard. Lots of Doritos and hot sauce, but we made it work. We made it work. I'm here.
Up next, finally, some hope and help for an Iowa small business owner.